Well, hello, it's Bill from HistoryHighlights.com. Hope you're doing well. Laura and I are back aboard the American Jazz today after traveling for a week to debut the cruise season on the Queen of the Mississippi. Exciting times down here on the Mississippi River. And I thought today I would share with you a neat little treat. I got a great time-lapse video to share with you of a towboat flanking. I thought I'd tell you what that was, made you a little PowerPoint to show it for you. So here is the river going from right to left around a big hairpin curve downstream from right to left. Now I want you to imagine that the river bank from one side to another, the current doesn't know to turn. So let me put this image up. That light blue, that's the river as it bangs into the shoreline, drags around that outside edge and comes around the curve. So the force of the river, the strength of the current, is stronger on the outside of a bend than it is on the inside of a bend. So let me show you how this impacts the journey for a towboat and his barges coming downstream. So the towboat comes into the curve, and if he tries to just continue downstream and turn his way through that curve, the force of the current is pushing him towards the bank. And as long and as big as these are, some of these vessels, they're 200 foot long, each barge. They can have 6 long, so 1,200 feet, almost a quarter of a mile out in front of them. So if they try and hold on to that, the barges are going to be pushed towards the bank and crash into the shoreline. Nobody wants that. So instead, they use a method known as flanking. Let me show you how that works. Coming into the curve, get ready for this, as bizarre as it seems, they actually turn towards the outside of the bend. How terrifying must this be for a towboat? And then they're going to float almost perpendicular to the river's force. And here at this spot, the towboat pilot is going to begin reversing his engines to basically hold the back of the towboat like a fulcrum in the middle of the bend here, and to let the strength of that outside part of the river, the current of the river, push the front edge of the barges around as he holds the back end in place. And that swivels the entire unit all the way around. And then finally, as he gets the right angle, he can begin to accelerate out of that and move on through the bend. Absolutely fascinating to see this happen. The courage that this must take, the skill that it must take to bring them around the bend in this method. Well, I was excited to be docked at Homus House Plantation, and we got a chance to see a vessel on a big bend of the river. I've recreated it the same way, downstream, moving from right to left. So let me play the video here. Here comes that barge floating into this. He's turned himself sideways. The force of the river is closest to the camera here. This is a time lapse. It doesn't happen this fast. I wanted to shorten it for you. And see how it swings the front of the vessel around, and now look at the back of the boat. He begins to accelerate and move on down through the river. Pretty cool to get to see that. I had to share it with you. That's a towboat flanking along the river. That's how they can use the strength of the current of the river, especially in high water like we're having right now, to move these vessels safely around these hairpin curves. Hey, it's me, Bill, at HistoryHighlights.com. We've got lots of things to enjoy. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey and for staying in touch. Come on over to the website and prowl around and see all that we've got to offer you. And most of all, have a great day and a wonderful week.